Alright everyone, hello. And a little while ago I made a video about how to kind of enchant jewelry, how to think about how to use metals in your whole situation there. So let me tell you a little bit about how I personally would go about enchanting jewelry by actually showing you how I'm going to enchant some jewelry. If you are new here, my name is Sara Stresen and I am a Christian witch. If you are confused as to how that works, I have tons of videos all about it, as well as a really cool book you can check out, which covers everything that people just starting out in this path need to know. So specifically, I'm actually doing this on the summer solstice / strawberry moon. So there's a lot of energy in the air. The summer solstice is when the sun is at its peak and represents the absolute best creme de la creme of that sun energy. And likewise, the strawberry moon, the full moon of June, has a lot of that kind of, essence of enhancing psychic powers, enhancing beauty and love and luck and radiance. The moon right now being about in Sagittarius or so, I believe, it's a really solid moon for all things luck, power, wonder, good stuff like that. However, namely above all, ironically, the summer solstice and also the full moon, any full moon, are really good for psychic enhancement. That's because just like with Halloween or Samhain or any of those other autumn time holidays, the summer solstice in many cultures, including Slavic ones, are thought to be a time where, once again, the veil is thin, the ancestors are traipsing around, and so too are all of the other weird little spirits out there. It's also a time where any herbs you pick are thought to be more powerful than usual because they're just soaking in that intense sun energy. So with that said, let me show you a little bit about how I did this spell and how I put this together.
So naturally, the first thing you gotta do is set up, and given that my garden is currently thriving, naturally I had to get some of my own plants out of there. And that does include some of the volunteer plants like the mugwort, which just continue to grow into a bigger patch every single year. And I didn't know this before today, but apparently marigolds are also really good for psychic power and protection. Obviously, if you don't have your own garden, just getting stuff out of your pantry or getting fresh herbs from the store is totally fine too. But since I grow stuff, I do like to use it myself. And I also like to use this orange cleaner because orange is also associated with the sun and fire. These things help me keep a clean space and also infuse the space with a little bit of that fiery power I'm looking for on the summer solstice to begin with. Then I've also got this really nice altar cloth from the Marigold Tarot. This came with it because we funded it on Kickstarter like forever ago. After that though, it is entirely up to you how you want to set up your space. I like to use the little skulls as kind of like four corners, and then also set up this really nice circle, kind of like almost a magical cage around the rings that I want to enchant. And of course I've chosen all these herbs for specific purposes, right? So oregano for joy and love, thyme for courage and psychic powers, plenty of stones as well to heighten the other things I've got going on. It is entirely up to you as to what you'd want to do. For me, I'm really looking to enchant these rings with, beauty, with wisdom, with luck, all those things, and so they're all going right in the center of that nice little ring. But to fill a cup, you have to first empty a cup of whatever else is in there. So we've also got some garlic skins and some cloves, as these are going to drive away any muck and guck that might still be stuck to me. After all that, it's really just a matter of getting everything together and getting the prayers ready. Since I am someone that has access to a decent amount of tools, of course I do like to bust them out, like these fun crystal bracelets. These are sunstone and bloodstone, just like I've got over here. So, they match, they're cute. And then of course it's time to get our prayer, or rather, spell books. This big one here I actually got when I got confirmed into the Episcopal Church. It was like a gift from the church itself, and it's really nice, honestly. It's got a lot of really fantastic prayers for all these kinds of things. The other one I have, I actually got from a student at the university I work at, because, people come in and they hand out those tiny little Bibles all over campus, and so a bunch of my students happened to grab one. They did not want it, so I ended up taking it, which is really funny because I was just thinking that week about how it would be really cool to have one of those. But then of course we got the bell for some sound cleansing, the frankincense as an incense offering, and then we're just getting right into the prayers. I really like to start with the Lord's Prayer and the Glory Be, but it's all up to you, as always. And honestly, this is where doing magic just kind of really becomes doing like a one-man sermon, where there are all these readings, right, and all these themes and goals, and then the homebrewed sermon part, in which I actually state my intentions and what I'm trying to do, and invite all of this creation that I put down to work with me. I would include Belok in it, but he likes to just use those mighty wings of his to ruin everything I've put down on the table. Since it's all herbs, it just blows right away. I also don't want him to eat any stuff, so there's that. But After that, I just kind of infuse everything that I did here into the rings so that the rings can be a reminder of the work that I did. And that's it. That's me enchanting those rings.
And that's that. But remember, what I did with these rings is just an extension of what I really did in myself. Especially one of the things that came to mind that I really now see these rings as is a whetstone, right? For my psychic skills to be sharpened and stay sharp, well, just like a knife, you have to sharpen on a whetstone every now and then. So too is these rings going to be like whetstones for when I need a boost of wisdom, or grace and beauty in my speech, or even just luck and opportunity. Even though I don't know exactly what the green stone is in my Omaha's ring, I do know that it is also still that gold plating, and that green is a great color for luck, opportunity, and abundance. Even if you don't know what stone it is, the color will still tell you a bit about what you can do with it and what it can help you with. So with a rose gold ring of amethyst, a rose gold ring of garnet, and a gold ring of some mystery green stone, we have 3 whetstones for 3 very different things. And we have 3 whetstones that all help me sharpen my senses to whatever it is that I need to notice magically while I'm out and about in the world. But the real magic happens in myself, in my own energy, this moment between me and God as a beautiful, beautiful prayer and moment where I could really feel that connection. And I could also really feel the support of all of creation, of God's wonderful tools who are here to praise his name with me, to lift up their hearts with me, and to pray for the same things with me. That is a beautiful thing, and it really can't be understated how much creation participates in our prayers with us and supports us in our magic. But remember, the magic is always and forever coming from your connection between you and God. Even if you don't have a single one of these tools, even if you have literally nothing but yourself and a spot on the floor to sit, you can do this magic, you can achieve these things, so long as you have faith in God. So, with all that said, I hope that this is a helpful demonstration, and I wish you all as well a happy summer solstice and a very happy full moon. See ya!